Jonathan, do you think the direct mail is an effective way of reaching consumers today?
Well, I think it's very difficult to generalize and say it's either good or bad. It really depends on what you're trying to do, what group of people you're trying to reach, what sort of product or service you're using the direct mail for. It can be very effective. Sometimes if you have a target audience that's a mass audience, it might be completely inappropriate. You might be using television. So I don't think you can generalize. Often it can be effective, but you need to check what you're trying to do.
Have you ever used yourself a direct mail as a way of communication?
I have used direct mail with many clients. Charities are often very, very strong users of direct mail because they want to take different parts of their overall target audience, so they can segment it and have a campaign to children, or a campaign to adults, or a campaign to older people. So yeah, I've used direct mail with many of my clients, and very effective.
Do you think the environmental pressure does affect the direct mail industry?
I think over the last 3 or 4 years particularly, there are increasing concerns about landfill of paper and stuff like that. I mean, I have to say I don't see much difference in the amount that comes through my letterbox, but the industry has to think carefully about the amount of direct mail that it sends out, and increasing use of email and digital campaigns that can reduce the amount of paper that gets sent through the mail. But I don't think yet they've come under as much pressure as they will do in the next 3 to 5 years.
And as a consumer, how many direct mail approximately do you receive, and do you actually read them?
Okay, I get lots and lots because I have mail for family and also mail for a business. So it just comes every day, anywhere between 5 and 15 items a day. Do I read it? Depends. If I look at the post on a daily basis, I'm very selective. If it looks interesting, different, I may, but a lot of them I very quick look, bin. And if I have 2 or 3 days mail to go through at the same time, there is even more chance it's going to go straight in the bin, because you're just looking for stuff that's interesting, and if it's mail shot, bin.
Okay. And do you think that anything would change if you will be one advice to give to the direct mail when it comes either to targeting or the way they use their paper or the creativity? What would be your advice if you right now are on the chair of the direct mail board to generate?
Well, I think they have to recognise the issue that we've just discussed about recycling, and if something was to arrive that clearly had been used on recycled paper, or it was even a campaign about something to do with recycling, but it's a sort of catch-22. If you send more stuff, then it's, you shouldn't be sending it at all. So I think the move to digital we've talked about, and in terms of creativity, it just has to be different from what you've seen before. A traditional mail shot that's just in an envelope, comes out, looks like a leaflet, is not going to grab anyone's attention. There has to be something in the creativity that makes it appeal to the person it's sent to, and if it's well targeted, it should have some relevance to that person. If it's general, unspecific, it's more than likely going to go in the bin.
All right, thank you very much. It was great.